Minion in! I recently reinstalled an old friend, Elder Scrolls Online, for a Game Pass quest, and I got nostalgic, so I thought I'd revisit some of the homes I bought and painstakingly decorated. I spent a lot of time on these back in the day, and I never got to show them off. Studus.
Come for the game, stay for the commentary.
Ain't nothing but a seat then, baby.
I had humble beginnings. One of my first homes was a small room in Daggerfall. After I moved out, I left the place to my cat Skullface. I toss a cow or a horse in here now and then to keep him fed and have something to play with. He's happy, aren't you, buddy? I moved around quite a bit, and most of my old places are empty or just storage, so let's focus on the ones I still consider to be actual homes. My first real home was in Deshan. I got it right around Halloween, so I had immediate access to some spooky decorations and this cool cauldron bathing everything in a green light. It's the first place I actually took the time to decorate. I've got a few trophies on display, as well as my first real bed and a nesting spot for my pet badger. Badger in German is Dachs, so I named him Darkwing Ducks. What more could he want but some bones to chew on and some yarn to play with? I liked the idea of an orc living in a fancy elven city in Somerset, so I bought a room at the inn and decorated as orc-like as I could. Old crates for cooking surface, a workbench to hammer on things, a tribal flag, a little bathtub, and a straw bed, all lit by a giant brazier, of course. And if I need non-elven contraband, I can hit up my roommate Perari. She doesn't talk much. Here's another early Auridon place that I left to a cat when I moved on. Sometimes I swing by just to spend some time with Whiskers. This clockwork butterfly hangs out in my flat in the Alakir Desert. Initially, I was going to use this space for furniture storage, but after placing a couple of thrones, I started to like the look of the place. I call this the waiting room, and it's where friends and I used to hang out before I got a bigger place. Another lair for a pet. My Lynx Fat Face calls this his home. He likes it warm, so let's turn this thing back on. There you go, buddy. I finally was able to afford moving to an estate in Skyrim named Autumn's Gate. I probably lived here the longest because I fell in love with it and didn't ever want to leave. It was my first house with a front yard, with a place for a well and to leave my horse without worrying about where it might go. By this time Halloween had come around again, so I was able to set up a little witchy corner in a secluded spot behind the house. Finally, a real fireplace I could decorate with some of my trophies, and a trusty floof to guard the door. I got a bed I could really stretch out on, and read this book collection I completed during a PvP event, and if company came over, I had a little bar area where we could sit and chat. Alas, while this felt like home, more riches meant more things, which meant needing more storage space. My friends and I started a guild, and I wanted to build us something we could use as a guild hall, so I dug into my savings and purchased Mornoth Keep in Bankarai. This one is a much bigger courtyard, so I felt I could let my Indrik and his daughter stay outside to play. I also got a few more floofs for protection and company, and set up a fancy crafting area for friends and guildies to use. Up the stairs behind the house, I set up a small training area for guildies to test out builds and skills, complete with a DPS readout for evaluation.
By the word of Set, I am bound.
Let's go inside. The upstairs of the residence is a combination study and rest area. Guests could come up here to read and relax, then maybe take a nap or stay the night in one of the bunk beds. Those are currently occupied with the bodies of my enemies, but if room is required, these can be tossed out back. Downstairs is so roomy that I really got to play with different ideas. You can admire my various trophies of conquest, relax by the fire with a floof, or have a seat at the banquet table where we used to hold guild meetings. Now, because this was designed to be a guild hall, I thought it would be cool to have kindergarten-type hooks by the door for guildies to hang their backpacks. Among the backpacks there is one burlap sack, because there's always that one kid. I loved having lots of walls to hang up my paintings and tapestries. My personal area is around this corner. It's where I keep my fanciest bed and figurines. Kitty Merchant Fezes holds the fort while I'm away. There are much bigger homes available in Elder Scrolls Online, and one day I hope to expand. For now, it was awesome to walk down memory lane. I really had spent a lot of time setting all of these up. Until next time, go be freaking heroes. Minion out.
The Lorcan blood to crystal red and strong. Then wild elves cut and polished it down to chimel at a ball. Red diamond, the heart and soul of men. Red diamond, protect us till the end.